This season, the Oklahoma City Thunder's defense have been absolutely game-changing, and this is something that really isn't that surprising when you bring in guys like Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso over the offseason, and you bring back guys like Jalen Williams, SGA, Cason Wallace, Lu Dort. This is a team that was a top 5 defense last season and now still add more talent to the defensive side on top of them having their best players defensively like Chet Holmgren, like Lu Dort, like Cason Wallace and others. This season, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a 103.4 defensive rating. They average the most steals in the league at 11.7, and they give up the least amount of points in the paint at 42.3. Just a few nights ago, they held the defending champion Boston Celtics to 27 points in a single half. This is the second best offense in the league, and they held them to under 30 points. And their second leading scorer in Jaylen Brown did not make a shot in that half. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been the most dominant offense in the NBA. With the improvement of Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell still being on the team and Darius Garland looking like his all-star self and Jarrett Allen being in a completely underrated offensive big, the Cleveland Cavaliers have a 121.5 offensive rating. So what really happens when the number one offense and the number one defense collide? Who comes out on top? To start off the game, you're going to have Dean Wade guarding SGA. You're going to have Donovan Mitchell guarding J-Dub. Jarrett Allen is going to be on Hartenstein. Evan Mobley is also going to be on Cason Wallace. And Darius Garland is going to be on Lu Dort. One of the main focuses for the Cleveland Cavaliers was to clog up SGA's driving lanes because he's very dynamic getting downhill and stopping on a dime and hitting from mid-range. So the Cleveland Cavaliers wanted to use their bigs as much as possible to throw a rift in that. You can almost tell that SGA wanted to get fully to the rim on this drive, but having a Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen clogging up the paint forces him to stop on the dime and take a bad shot. Okay, so I know one of the first things you guys are thinking are, why are we in the NBA Cup? The NBA Cup was last season. Luka Doncic has been out for a while now. Why are we looking back at these games? Now, I'm going to tell you why we're looking back at these games. The Oklahoma City Thunder have a very key game plan when they're going up against primary guards and above league average guards that they want to keep the ball out of their hands. They're going to blitz the pick and roll, and they have the defenders to fly around the perimeter and contest shots. So we're going to look at how they played it against the Dallas Mavericks, and we're going to take a look at how the Cleveland Cavaliers made it work for them. So let's take a look. So it's almost the first possession of the game. Luka's clearly going to bring the ball up here. As you can see, Isaiah Hartenstein and Lu Dort are going to blitz this pick and roll. And either Jalen Williams or SGA is going to stunt at the rim to get some rim protection for the Derek Lively that's going to be rolling to the rim almost wide open. And the OKC Thunder have the athleticism between Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, and SGA to recover to the far side corner because the only thing they're going to leave open is the skip pass. So while the skip pass is in the air, they're going to recover and contest the shot. Now let's take a look at how the play turns out. J-Dub stunts at the rim, Luka makes the skip pass, and he recovers to contest a Klay Thompson 3 that rattles out. Now let's take a look at how Cleveland countered this with an Allen Mitchell pick and roll. As you can see, Lu Dort and Isaiah Hartenstein are going to blitz this pick and roll once again, but the Cleveland Cavaliers don't have the spacing for a 5-out offense. So let's take a look at how Cleveland counters this. Jarrett Allen is going to be set up for the roll, and Dean Wade's going to cut to the basket and create an easy lob. It's a lot easier for the Thunder defense to really recover on a three-point shot when there are multiple guys on the perimeter. If one's cutting and another is left on the perimeter, they now have more space to cover. In my opinion, this is the exact reason why Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen combined for 13 assists. They were gashing the Thunder's defense all night with this very game plan. This is another high-low concept to where you can just tell the Thunder are missing Chet Holmgren. Evan Mobley's going to get the ball in the middle. Isaiah Hartenstein commits, and they get an easy lob to Jarrett Allen. Another thing I want to talk about first with this OKC offense is Cason Wallace had a fantastic game. 15 points, 3 for 3 from 3, about 3 assists. And you don't talk about the Ty Jeromes and the Cason Wallaces when we think about the Thunder and the Cavs, but these guys are extremely important. And we're going to break down some of the things of Cason Wallace's game today. One of the things that I think makes this OKC Thunder team very unguardable is when Cason Wallace is hitting his jump shot. Here, he's just spotting up in the corner. He takes it and knocks it down. He went 3 for 3 from 3 today. Not only can Cason Wallace spot up and shoot, he can also attack closeouts and make decisions. Here, he gets the collapse and finds the open Jalen Williams for 3, giving the Thunder the lead. These 3-pointers for a team that can struggle beyond the arc are very important. Now let's talk about J-Dub's game. He had 25 points, and when he gets to his spots, it's almost impossible to stop it from going in. Here, he's going to size up a Jarrett Allen, who's really good on the perimeter, by the way. He's going to get to his spot, he's going to fade away, and the shot's going to fall. Let's take a look at another one. As Jalen Williams is going to come off of this screen from Isaiah Hartenstein, he's going to raise up and take a really difficult shot over Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, and he's going to knock it down. Another thing I want to talk about in this game is the Cleveland Cavaliers absolutely dominated the glass this game. Jarrett Allen had 7 offensive rebounds out of his total 11 rebounds. Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen combined for 21 total rebounds and 9 total offensive rebounds, getting guys like Isaiah Hartenstein and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in foul trouble trying to contain the offensive glass. And these guys created so many possessions, especially late in the game, trying to create better shots for guys like Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and Dean Wade and Max Strus, to the point where it was really hard for the Oklahoma City Thunder to get stops on the defensive side of the ball because the 2 bigs in Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen were getting so many rebounds. This is something else that makes you look at the Thunder and say they really missed Chet Holmgren, because they would be able to match this size that the Cleveland Cavaliers would be able to put out by running a lineup of Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren that really work well together in theory. With the spacing of Chet Holmgren and the in-between playmaking of Isaiah Hartenstein, they could pretty much match the productivity that Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley had put forth with the defense, the rebounding, the shot making, and the paint finishing. That's what makes this matchup so interesting. If both of these teams are healthy, they both have elite guard play, elite defensive pieces, elite rotational depth, elite big men. To where if we were to see these 2 teams match up in the NBA Finals, I'm pretty confident in saying this could be one of the best matchups we've seen in the past 10 years and definitely the past 5. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 4th quarter switched to a zone. As you can see, they're running a lineup of Max Strus, Isaac Okoro, Georges Niang, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. So with only having 1 rim protecting big on the floor, they switched to a zone so they can clog up the lane more for SGA and live with threes from guys like Lou Dort and Kenrich Williams. And looking at it from here, you get a pretty bad shot from SGA contested by 2 players. And if you can get this for a majority of possessions, you win. Let's take a look at another one. SGA is going to try and create space by getting downhill. He's getting clogged by Evan Mobley. Now he has to kick out to a below average 3-point shooter in Kenrich Williams, and he misses it. SGA only had a total of 5 field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. So if you are limiting SGA's shot making ability in the 4th quarter when it's a close game, this is a very good strategy to play. Now let's take a look at another one with Jarrett Allen in the game. Jarrett Allen's going to clog SGA's driving lane and create a pretty tough shot for him, leading to a missed shot, and should have been a turnover because SGA was out of bounds. All in all, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been underdogs even though they have had the best record in the NBA. And I think beating this Oklahoma City Thunder team has showed the entire world that they have a real shot at winning the NBA Finals. Donovan Mitchell is offensive number 1 that can put up numbers to the point where if you have a really good defense behind him, which he does, and a top-tier offense, they can make it to the finals and possibly win. The Cleveland Cavaliers have put everyone on notice with this win against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they're only going to get better. As for the OKC Thunder, I still believe in their defense. I still believe in their offensive shot making with J-Dub and SGA, and their defense is only going to get better. Obviously, without having Chet Holmgren, it makes you wonder how much better they could actually be and if the outcome would have changed of this game. But I still think the Oklahoma City Thunder are head and shoulders the best team in the Western Conference and should make it to the NBA Finals. And with them not being fully healthy, them showing the type of runs they can have, how game-changing they can be defensively, has only proved why I think they're going to be an NBA Finals caliber team. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be having more film breakdowns headed to you guys pretty soon. And this was a game that was very, very exciting. And it's not too long before we get the rematch. So you know another film breakdown is going to be coming. Once again, if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.